We've also learned Oregon will join dozens of other states to investigate Volkswagen.
And they'll be looking at whether the company broke the law when it rigged diesel cars to pass emissions tests.
Meanwhile, we wanted to know what you should do if you have one of these vehicles. Our Lisa Balick is going beyond the headlines to find out. Lisa?
Jennifer, first you have to keep in mind, I found out federal safety leaders say the cars are perfectly fine to drive. It's not a safety issue. Now, VW is working on ways to fix the car's computer that hides the type of pollution when it's tested at DEQ, sort of a way to cheat on the DEQ test. Now, there's no recall just yet, but it's a big deal with so many drivers who feel duped. Oregon's got thousands of drivers behind the wheel of a diesel Volkswagen car like this. But now, many of them are wondering what to do when they thought they bought and paid extra for a car that was billed as green, but turns out is actually pumping out nitrogen oxide 10 to 40 times higher than federal emission standards, according to investigators.
Some people want to get rid of their cars or get out of them, and trade up and get something else. But for the most part, people have been, at least in our experience, have been fairly calm. They understand that they can still pass DEQ. I went to an Oregon DEQ testing station today and found out that's true. Now take a look at the diesel models affected. The Jetta Sportswagon, Beetle Convertible, Audi A3, Golf and Golf Sportswagen, and Passat, generally from 2009 to 2015. DEQ tells me if you have one of these vehicles, they will not be held up at emissions testing time, and you don't have to bring it back in now. Your last inspection is still good. The federal government considers the cars safe, legal to drive, and to sell. VW intends to release a computer patch to fix the emissions test workaround. But is that all consumers will get?
They paid way more than they should have. They thought they were buying a product that was to protect the environment, and it was not doing that because of the fraud. Now VW is going to fix with a recall.
Attorney David Sugarman has already filed a class action lawsuit on behalf of diesel VW owners. I asked him if he thought VW could trade the cars out for new ones.
A coupon to buy another VW is not valuable. That's silly.
He says the company will have to compensate owners more than just a car, since they paid a premium for something promised but they didn't get. While some drivers are now done with VW, I found out others are just rolling with it.
There's been scandals forever with different companies, safety concerns. I know GM had a thing with the ignition switch, no airbag detonation. I mean, that killed people, and people still buy GMC products. So I think Volkswagen will right the wrong.
Now, at least one VW owner asked me today, am I going to have to pay, meaning him have to pay for that fix? No, absolutely not. The company will take care of that. Once there is a recall, which could be months away, you'll get a special sticker for your car once that fix is made, and you will need that for DEQ after that. As for suing the company, owners will be tracked down to join that class action lawsuit.
I was just looking in the federal court documents today and saw the lawsuits that are filed. This is going to take a long time to sort out.
Years, probably.
Thanks for breaking it all down, Lisa.
You bet.